He says, but look, I'm going to save them from all their dwelling places in which they have sinned, and I shall cleanse them. Now, the problem is that Christianity would let you feel like cleansing them means he's just going to wash you clean, and now that's just something he does for you by fiat, and it doesn't really... if I were just to go over to you and go, you are now clean, does that automatically change the way you think? Does it change the way you behave? Really? So then why would anybody preach that somehow that happens? Because that's what they're preaching, isn't it? He says, I'm going to cleanse them. How? Through this process of breathing his spirit back into them. We see that earlier in the chapter. His nature is going to come into them. They're going to learn how to be transformed and conformed into his image. They're going to embrace the Shema, hearing and doing. They can embrace the original covenant. What's the covenant? I speak, you do. That's what Yahweh said to them, right? I speak, you obey. You trust that what I say is going to keep you safe, it's going to bless you, it's going to transform you. So here he says, look, they're no longer going to do these things. Why? Because he's going to put that spirit in them. He's going to teach them how to be like him, and their hearts are going to be ready after all the punishment to embrace that. How many of you, and you don't have to raise your hand, but you can if you want, how many of you, one of the reasons why you are where you are right now and embracing Torah is because you finally got to the place where you realize your way doesn't work? That's what's happening here. Can we see that? Israel wasn't just through a short-term little smack on the hand. Okay, bad boy, bad child. No, they went through what felt like the grave and all dried up. They said, our expectancy has perished. We don't have any expectancy anymore. We've given up. We've quit on the whole deal because, after all, we've been cut off for so long. He said, no. I made a promise, and I will bring life back into you. And if you are ready, as you finally gotten to that place where you're done trying to do it your way, and you're ready to do it my way, Yahweh's saying, then I'm more than happy to put flesh back on you and breathe life into you. Because the idea here is the difference is you have to be no longer defiling yourselves with the idols and disgusting matters and your transgressions. He didn't say, I will take it all away from them. He says, they will no longer do things. So just knowing that Yeshua died, was buried, and resurrected, and that his death makes it possible for you to avoid the second death, doesn't change your behavior just by the fact that you know that. He says here, I shall make them one nation, and they shall no longer do these things. They will stop doing By the way, these things that they stopped doing, can we agree? They're the reason they got cut off in the first place. So this is the absurdity. And again, Christians are stuck getting lied to with this stuff. The system is making the problem, but they're telling them this ridiculous thing, which all of us bought into to whatever degree at some point, this ridiculous thing that somehow, because of his death, burial, and resurrection, the things that got you in trouble to need that, you can keep doing it and it's not a problem anymore. But that's what they say. You can still eat, you can go keep eating your pork and shellfish and whatever, keep worshiping on pagan days, there's no sense in any of this. He says they will no longer do these things. By the way, doesn't this also match up with Ezekiel 22, which we read last time? And it said how they were not separating the clean from the unclean. They were not separating out and identifying the Sabbath. They were not understanding what's profane and what's kadosh.